Hello, friends. I want to tell you something today. Some visions die because they were spoken too early. And I want that to sit with you. Some dreams did not fail because they were impossible. They failed because they were exposed too early. Some plans did not collapse because God was not in them. They collapsed because too many voices were in them. So today, we're going to be talking about the law of silence. Because in this generation that we live in, we have chosen or we have confused visibility with progress. We have mistaken announcement for achievement, and we have replaced discipline with display. Everything is on social media. And many people are delayed not because they lack vision, but because they lack what we call silence. There is something powerful about building in private. And Jesus modeled this repeatedly in his ministry while he was on earth. In Mark chapter 1, verse 44, after healing a leper, Jesus told him, see that no one sees you. Do you know why? Because not every miracle is meant for immediate broadcast. Momentum is very fragile in its early stage. So let's talk about pregnancy, for instance. In the first trimester, the doctors were advised with caution. Do you know why? Because early development is very delicate. In the same way, early vision is delicate. So some of you you've announced business that have never launched. You've posted gym commitment that lasted only 3 weeks. You told everybody about your fasting plan, but broke it quietly. Do you know why? Because public pressure replaced private discipline. Your public pressure has replaced your private discipline. In Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 7, the scripture says there's a time to be quiet and a time to speak. And knowing the difference is what? Wisdom. Wisdom is knowing the difference when to speak and when to be quiet. Not everyone deserves access to your process. We live in a culture of oversharing. We share workouts. We announce relationship after 2 weeks we've just met this person. We share business idea before they are protected. We review spiritual revelations before they are rooted. Remember that access is a privilege. It is not ownership. God owns it. He gave you access. You've not owned it. When Joseph shared his dream prematurely in Genesis chapter 7, his brother did not celebrate him. What did they do? They resented him, they mocked him, and they plotted against him and sold him off as a slave to Egypt. The dream was not from God, it was from God, but the audience was wrong. Some of you are discouraged, not because the vision is wrong, but because you've told it to people who did not have the capacity to help you carry it through. Now, in Proverbs chapter 13, verse 3 says this, those who guide their lips preserve their life, but those who speak rashly will come to ruin. Brethren, my brothers and sisters, guiding your mouth is not secrecy. People say, they keep too much secret. Guiding your mouth is not secrecy. It is called strategy. Jesus himself did not reveal everything to everyone. Even among the 12 disciples, he had inner circles. He had Peter, James, and John. Not everyone can go up to the mountain with you. And that is okay. It is not a must that everyone has to come with you to the mountain. And I'm going to talk about a few life examples. Let me make this a bit practical. Take for instance, there's a woman called, she's called to start a business. She's received confirmation through prayers. She's excited. Then she tells 10 friends. The first one says, economy is bad. And the second friend says to her, many businesses are failing. And her third friend says, are you sure that you heard from God? Are you sure that business is from God? By the second week, guess what will happen? That will replace her clarity. Nothing changed about the vision. But guess what has happened? Too many voices had diluted it. Or let's say the man who decided to pursue education later in life, he shares it at a gathering with his family. They laugh. At your age, guess what? Sudden embarrassment will begin to silence his ambition. He becomes embarrassed. Now, I want you to listen carefully. Silence is not about hiding. It is about protecting what is still forming. When a seed is planted, it grows underground first. It doesn't require applaud. Neither does it ask for validation. It doesn't seek visibility. But guess what? The growth is happening anyways. It grows. A second chance is about learning to build quietly. I want you to know that second chance require silence, maturity. When God gives you another opportunity, I need you to move differently. You don't need to announce everything, and you don't need to argue with your critics. You don't need to seek validations. All you need to do is build. According to Nehemiah, is a perfect example for this. In Nehemiah 6 verse 3, when the enemy tries to distract him, he said to them, I am doing a great work and I cannot come down. He continued. He did not hold a press conference. He did not debate with his critics. What did he do? He continued building the wall quietly and consistently. And that is what we call discipline. Some of you talk more than you execute. You say about everything. You talk more than you execute. And I say this in love. I say it in love. Talk more than you execute. James chapter 1 and verse 19 says, everyone should be quiet, quick to listen rather, and slow to speak. Discipline in speeches is what I call spiritual maturity. You are slow to speak. You listen more. The power of silence, you don't know it. This is what I call strategic silence. In Isaiah chapter 30 verse 15 says, in quietness and trust is your strength. Notice that the scripture did not say in your noise, in argument, or in trying to defend yourself, but it said in quietness. When Jesus was falsely accused before Pilate, did he defend himself aggressively? No. Matthew chapter 27 verse 14 says, but Jesus uttered no word. He made no reply. Silence can actually frustrate your enemies. Silence can confuse your critics. And silence can strengthen your resolve. Sometimes the greatest flex is progress no one saw coming. That one that nobody saw coming just came out. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Talking too much slows you down. And here's what happens when you talk too much. 1, you release dopamine from announcing without doing the work. You invite unnecessary opinions. You create performance pressure. Then guess what? The 4th one, you expose plans to spiritual and emotional attack. Talking can create that illusion of progress. Meanwhile, there is not. But progress built in repetition. Progress is built in repetition, discipline, and obscurity. The gym transformation, they actually happen at 6 a.m. The book that you read is actually written in lonely hours. And the degree that is earned is earned in studying at night. A marriage that is healed in private conversations, not public posts. Real growth actually happens where? In quiet. So be honest with yourself this year. How many things have you talked out of existence? You talk it out of existence. How many relationships collapse because you involved too many people? And how many dreams died because they were announced before they were even anchored? Some visions died because they were spoken too early. Not because God has changed his mind, but because exposure creates pressure where you are not ready, that you're not ready to carry. Discipline means controlling your mouth. Proverbs chapter 17 verse 28 says this, even a fool is considered wise when he is silent. And I want that to humble you today. Even a fool, Bible says that a fool is considered wise when he's silent. And let's apply this practically. Now, here is how you apply the law of silence. Pray about it before you post it. You post about it. Complete it before you announce it. Test it before you promote it. Protect it until it is strong enough to withstand criticism. And this time around, move differently this time. Let people see your results, not your rehearsal. Let them witness your fruit, not your forecast. Some of you are in your building season. You don't need applaud. You need alignment. You don't need attention. What you need is what we call discipline. And this second chance that God has given to you, you need to build quietly. When it is time for God to reveal what you are building in silence, no one will be able to stop it. Galatians chapter 6 verse 9 say this: let us not grow weary in doing good, for at the proper time or the appointed time we will reap a harvest if we did not faint. Other versions will say if we did not give up. The scripture said at the appointed time, not the premature time, not your time, not your announcement time, not your broadcast time, not your posting time. But guess what? The appointed time. So this period or this project, whatever you're doing, move in silence, build in discipline, protect your momentum, and let your results speak for itself. Let your results speak for itself. So in our next episode, I want to ask the dangerous question. If knowledge creates advantage, why do so many people stay ignorant by choice? Because silence without growth, for me, is called stagnation. And that conversation might challenge everything that you know. So welcome to the Second Chance Experience.